Hi, welcome to goandseetv and the beautiful Toronto driftwood sculpture just behind me. Now, if you live in Toronto or you visited Toronto this past summer, you know that driftwood sign received a lot of love on social media, like Facebook and Instagram. Also in the mainstream media, the CBC, CTV, and numerous other online media outlets all covered it. But if you're visiting Toronto, we bet you don't know the backstory behind that Toronto driftwood sculpture, and also that its creators are hard at work making another driftwood sculpture here in the Humber Bay Shores Park in Toronto. So now that we're here, let's go and meet its creators and find out what these driftwood sculptures are all about. All right, so thank you so much for taking time to talk to us. We know you're busy working on your latest creation here, but could you tell us a little bit about yourselves and how you ended up working together to create these driftwood sculptures?
Well, I'm Julie and this is Thelia. We've
Hi.
worked together in the art industry for many years, 30 years, and we're not working now, so we decided we would create something.
You have the time.
Yeah, we have the time, and
Our pet.
there's a mink.
Oh, yeah, I've seen you scurrying in there.
There you go.
Sorry, we got distracted. And yeah, we ended up walking down here a lot, saw the driftwood, and just thought it would be a neat material, neat medium to play around with.
It does look beautiful. Like there's an immediate feeling of warmth and comfort when you see driftwood.
There is, and we were always picking up pieces and carrying them home with us as well. And we just this is so beautiful.
Yes, a good way to use it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I noticed the Toronto sign has really taken on a life of its own. Was that your first driftwood sculpture?
It was our second, actually. Our first was 150 that we made for Canada Day for the 150th birthday. And that unfortunately lasted only a few days before it, some people got a little too enthusiastic with it. And
Right, it was a celebration.
yeah, it started to come apart. So we took it apart to reclaim the screws and the wood and make sure that nothing was going to harm the environment. And we decided instead of lugging all the wood back to the beach, that we would make another sign. So with Thelia wanted the Toronto sign, and I agreed with her. I thought it was a great idea. And
So that's pretty meta. You reclaimed wood that was driftwood, right, which was reclaimed, right?
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's another great aspect of these sculptures. Was there, okay, so you answered the next question. So that was the inspiration for the Toronto sign. So is there anything else you would like it to signify?
Well, while we were making it, the people in this community and the people that enjoy this part of Toronto, this park, were coming by, and they were so enthusiastic and so friendly and so warm and loving that we had only intended to make the Toronto, but we decided to add the heart because there was so much love and so much just goodness coming. We got to see the very best in people that when we were making that. They were so supportive and friendly.
Actually, that's a good segue into the next question because it has lasted a fair amount of time for something being made out of driftwood. So as
We've also gone and maintained it fairly regularly, right? We don't want anybody to get hurt, and if it's really in too much of a disrepair, then we have to make some decisions. But at this point, we've managed to keep it going for a
Still
while.
pretty sturdy.
Yeah.
okay, so
Much longer than we thought it
Yes.
would.
right,
Yeah.
yeah, it's heartwarming, you could say.
Yeah.
So if any of you are visiting Toronto, definitely try, and you want to see the sign, make it down as soon as you can because you never know how long it may be there in the form it is. So actually, and I'm sure they can see too, you have your new creation just behind us and you're working very hard on. What is it about and does it have a name?
Take it away.
The working title is called El Corazon. Julie has made a really beautiful heart, and it's going to be encased in the chest of the piece in time, and so I just named it that. Yeah,
I see. And for people who may not know, El Corazon means
the heart
In
Uh,
in Spanish.
okay, in Spanish. In Spanish. Okay.
Thelia is of Spanish and German descent, so
Yeah.
the Spanish language is a beautiful one, and El Corazon sounds much more lyrical than the heart.
Right.
Yeah.
And actually, I just overheard while you were working on it. How long have you been working on it? Oh, sorry. I overheard while you were working on it. You've been working on it for a while. So how long exactly have you been working on this sculpture?
This particular one that's on the go now, this is the 10th day.
Yeah.
10th day. Yeah. And we think it'll take another few days. It'll probably be a full 2 weeks and maybe even a bit more before it's fully finished.
Right. And right now, today, we are having beautiful weather in Toronto, but the last few days we have had some rain and cool weather, so I'm sure it was a pretty, it might have been hard out here working on it.
Well, we took cover a few times. Our tools are battery powered, so we had to make sure they didn't get damp at all. So we had to wrap those up. And I'll put a plug in for my friend who's crazy about litter. As soon as it started to rain, she would grab a garbage bag and she started cleaning up stuff from the shoreline. So it was a dual purpose. There was no time lost.
No.
We helped to clean up the shore still.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. And do you have any works planned for the future?
We would love to do more work, but sadly the wood is all gone.
Oh, from the Humber Park shore, right.
There is only really large pieces and really small pieces, and the size that we could do anything with, we've used it all, and the rest of it has gone to bonfires, happy times at bonfires. So
yeah, you can see traces of fires along the shore here.
come at night, it's just littered with little bonfires.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It is. It is. It's
Special spot.
I see. So again, for you folks that want to come down and see it, come down, because who knows when there may be another driftwood sculpture here in the future. But if people do want to keep up with yourselves and future projects, where can they find you online?
Well, Thelia has a website,
theliashelton.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
and we're both on Instagram. I'm Julie Ryan or Julie7222.
And I'm Thelia Shelton.
Also on Instagram.
And we've also got the hashtag torontobeachart. So yeah.
Okay, so keep your eye out for that hashtag, and also I will leave links to those Instagram handles in the description box below. And so I wanted to thank you. Great answers. I'm sure our viewers really enjoyed finding out more about the sculptures, and I hope El Corazon is a great success and that you do more projects in the future. So now that we've shown you the driftwood sculptures in the Humber Bay Shore Park, it's time for you to go and see them for yourself. If you found this video informative, please hit that like button. If you want to see more videos featuring Toronto, please hit that subscribe button. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.